This tutorial is about callbacks, or custom triggered events within your state machine in PaperZD. So basically, what this allows you to do is have the state machine notify you when it enters or leaves any animation state. The way you access it is by clicking on the animation state itself, and over here under Callbacks and Details, you can enter in the name of a custom event that you want called, either when entering or leaving the animation state. So for example, here, I'm using it here so that I know when an attack animation finishes. I then have the custom event in my event graph, right here, attack complete, where it tells my character, you're no longer in the attacking state. That way, your code can be aware of what's going on when flowing through animations. So as you can see, it's very, very simple to use. You simply create a custom event, name it, and then put that name in the callback field for that animation state. Now, there is one thing that you need to be aware of, and that's something that I ran into myself today and had me stumped for a little while, which is one of the reasons why it prompted me to make this particular tutorial today. This doesn't trigger if you have it here. And this is what I wanted to use it for. I was doing it for my, my NPC, when my NPC dies. When my character dies, it just plays the animation, and then I have a separate timer that waits a couple of seconds and it reloads the level. But when the monster dies, when the enemy dies, the animation should finish with the enemy itself being destroyed. So if we look at my code for my enemy, I play the death animation, I play the sound, and then inside the animation blueprint, oops, wrong animation blueprint, this animation blueprint, I go into dying, I play the death animation, and then I go into my event graph, and when death completes, I destroy the actor, so it removes the actor from the game. But this wasn't executing, and I couldn't figure out why. I had it set up just like with this attack, right, with the callback designated, and it was never executing. And the reason for it is it doesn't trigger this at the end of the animation, which is the way I was imagining it in my head. The way it triggers it is when you actually leave this node and transition into another node. So having it set up like that, it would never ever trigger this callback for exiting the state, because you never exit the state. It doesn't go anywhere. What you have to do, I'll go back here, is transition into another animation state. So what I did is I set up a transition, which is when the animation finishes playing, which we've done in a previous tutorial. And then I simply had it transition into a blank animation state. There's no animation here. There's nothing here. But it gave it somewhere for it to go. And that allows it to work. So if I go into the game here, oh, right, I have his animation turned on. One sec. Let's turn his animation off so he's not stomping all over me. So let's go to you and turn you off so that you will stand there passively and let me beat you up. There we go. Because I want a fair fight. You can see it at the end of the animation, it removes the actor from the game. Okay, so all that is needed to be done, very, very simple to do, is designate either at the beginning, at the initial entrance. So another way I could have done this is instead of putting it on state exit here, I could have put on this one the same call at on state entrance for this one, and it would have resulted in exactly the same thing, because when this one exits, this one enters. But either way, just put in the name of the event, add the event into your event graph. That's all there is to it. Hope you guys found this helpful. Have a good one.